This is LibertyTubetv. We're doing a Liberty Spotlight on William BJ Lawson. We're out here. Did you get any barbecue yet, Alex?
No, I haven't got any barbecue, but it looks good. The place is filling up.
Old is good like songs by Bob Seger called Old Time Rock and Roll. But in today's environment, I think we need somebody like BJ Lawson. What do you think? Let's hear it. All right. Well, we're going to start out something by Bob Seger called Old Time Rock and Roll. You guys going to dance? All right. 1, 2, 3, 4.
We're here at the Freedom Rally BBQ, and why are you out here, Matt?
Well, I'm out here to support BJ Lawson for Congress, and definitely hope that he gets the seat, and we're looking forward to see that happen, making it happen.
Fantastic. The biggest issue of liberty that hits you personally or you're concerned with, what would that be?
Well, I think I'm most concerned with the rights of habeas corpus and suspension of many of our constitutional rights. I believe the Bill of Rights has been eviscerated basically by the Patriot Act, and I'm really concerned about being unlawfully detained and questioned and having to comply with identification standards and biometrics and RFID devices and things like that.
Well, my name's Tim Cowan. I'm an engineer, and I'm excited about BJ Lawson because I think he really stands for balanced budgets. I think he stands for limited government, and that's the main thing that I'm excited about.
Okay. How'd you first hear about BJ Lawson?
I think I just saw some flyers along the side of the road or some of those campaign signs, and then I went to his website, read a little bit more about him, and really liked what I read.
And what makes BJ different than other politicians?
I just see a genuine enthusiasm about a balanced budget and limited government, something that I hear rarely talked about, and I really don't hear much from David Price about that either. I've written Congressman Price many, many times, and in general, I don't feel that he really stands for the things that I believe in.
Eric, what do you do, and why are you out supporting BJ today?
Well, amongst my other business and employment interests there, I'm a candidate for House District 35, which is right where we're at right now, North Carolina House District 35. And I've known BJ for some time, and I think the world of him. He's going to be a very, very good influence on Congress there to get them within their due bounds that they're supposed to be in, instead of David Price, who has us spending money like a drunken sailor. But as Ronald Reagan said, at least a drunken sailor is spending his own money.
Right, and what's the biggest issue in your district, the reason why you're running for your candidacy?
Well, I'm running against someone who's probably the most liberal person in the entire state legislature. The problem is that, again, it goes to spending money. That's the root. Money is not the root of all evil. Spending other people's money with impunity is the root of all political evil, in my opinion. So that we just need to have a check and balance on that. We need to have somebody that's looking out for the taxpayer and not just everybody that has their hand out that comes to Raleigh looking for something.
This campaign is not about me. This is not about what I want to do. This is about what we want to do, because I think people are beginning to realize in this country that as Americans, we are all on the same boat, right? And it's not enough. We can't let our establishments on both sides, Democrat or Republican, we cannot let our establishments continue to tell us it's the Republicans' fault or it's the Democrats' fault, because we've been doing this as long as I've been alive. And it is so frustrating for me as a husband, as a father, as a citizen, when I look at the kind of world that we're going to leave to our children, that we let our elected representatives get away with completely ignoring the real issues that are facing this country.
So you're supporting BJ's campaign. How do you know BJ?
He was one of my medical students many years ago at Duke, yeah.
And what are you teaching at Duke?
I taught radiology and alternative medicine.
And so with the alternative medicine, and you know BJ, what do you think about this whole aspect of health freedom?
Well, I think anything we can do to encourage people to take more responsibility for their own health is a good thing. In terms of, first of all, taking the necessary steps in their own lifestyle to take responsibility for maintaining their health. That'll save us all money.
So where do you see like a difference between David Price and BJ in this whole terrain?
Well, the biggest difference of all, I think, is on the the Butner Biolab issue, where David Price is on one of the Homeland Security committees, and he is advocating bringing the big biowarfare, research lab to a place not far from Durham, and it's a big pork project for North Carolina, bringing jobs and money to North Carolina, but it has the potential to have the same effect on our water supply as the big pork farms do. So, polluting everything, and I think it's not worth the risk to get it here. And plus, I have issues with the whole Homeland Security agenda to begin with. So.
Now, so if you've taught or you teach integrative medicine, do you feel like there's a clear difference in how having BJ in Congress would be different than having Price in Congress from the standpoint of health freedom?
Well, I think Price is just going to perpetuate the dysfunctional system we have now. And I think at some point we might want to look at some of the European models where they have some choice involved, in that there's some background umbrella to catch people who are falling through the cracks, but then there are other choices people can choose and elect to control their own healthcare outcomes.
So we're here with Don, and Don is out here supporting BJ Lawson at the Freedom Rally BBQ.
That's right.
Now, why do you like BJ?
I like BJ because I think we need a change in Washington. And a Washington that's priceless is a better Washington than the one we have today. That's why I'm here.